Good afternoon, everybody. Game day 3 here in Milan, and Estonia trying to respond to the heartbreak loss of yesterday. Take on Croatia in a must-win game for Estonia if they really want to have any opportunity to progress to the second round. The Estonian fans here in force. They've been very evident all around Milan the last few days. Great atmosphere around everywhere they've been. And it's heartbreaking loss for them on game day 2. Here's the schedule for game day 3. Croatia and Estonia kick us off. Great Britain and Greece will face each other at 5 o'clock local time. And then the nightcap game sees Ukraine, the latest team, to play in front of a packed house here. Here is the current table with Ukraine and Greece unbeaten. Croatia and Italy with the 1-on-1 record. And that's how important this is for Estonia now. A win here would put them level with Croatia on points, wins and losses. With me is Azania Stewart, the Great Britain and London Lion. Centre, Azania, how great were Estonia yesterday, and can they rebound after that loss?
Yeah, that was so disappointing for them, Mark. I really felt for them. It was that last second shot, pretty much. They lost to the Ukraine 73-74. What a heartbreak. But you know what? The fans are back here and they really lifted their energy. They came out in that game hot and heavy. So it'll be interesting to see after you've lost your first 2 games, do you still bring that same energy? I felt like Coxa, number 15, 25 years old, and he had 17 big points, a massive dunk, and 9 rebounds. This is a young and up-and-coming Estonian team, even though, you know, they haven't got what they wanted, but we'll definitely see this team in the future.
Well, yeah, if you can't get up in front of these travelling fans, you're never going to get up. So the fans are really going to have to play their part today, and you know they came out hot and emotional yesterday. But Croatia, really 2 solid performances. Obviously the loss, tough loss against the Greeks on the opening day. Then they had the big win, big second half performance by them over Great Britain on game day 2. So they're feeling good about themselves. I like the way they're shaping up. Teams get better across tournaments.
Yeah, and I think Croatia is a prime example of that, beating Great Britain 65-86. And you're really seeing some of their big names starting to show up now. Bogdanovic, 15 points. And then Zubac was perfect from the floor, 5 from 5, 3 big blocks, 15 points. And then we saw Saric, 15 points also, who came off 0 points the game before. So both of all their team is starting to really catch fire at the right time after they took that first loss.
Absolutely, and the great thing for Coach yesterday is he got everybody in the game, even the young guys. So they're in a really good place as a group, and I think they're going to have to be, because the emotion that Estonia brings is going to be phenomenal. Well, we'll have the opportunity to talk more about this matchup after the national anthems. The lights will come up, and then we will have the 2 national anthems, starting with the national anthem of Estonia. And now the national anthem of Croatia. say every single day, you know, the national anthem really does inspire, and still inspires me if there are other people, but with this Estonia crowd after as well, the atmosphere just lifts.
Yeah, there's definitely probably about 30-1, Estonian fans to Croatian fans. They have filled up the building. This arena holds just over 12,000, and on one side, and as we get to see the other side, they are filling up this arena, and it's such a nice atmosphere, what you want. And for your fans to travel, everybody in this building is pretty much Estonian.
Absolutely, and you saw them, you know, we had the chance to see people around the city yesterday. These guys are having a great time. You know, I hate to think how happy they'd have been if they'd have got the win.
Yeah.
They'd have been in heaven almost after that Ukraine game. Here's the starting lineup, and you can't say enough great things about Kirscher, you know, the number 44, the guard. He's been like, really sets the tone for this team. But as you said, Kotsar, serious game yesterday, and here he is.
Yeah, and he'll be the player of the game. 17 points, 9 big rebounds there. They have it, and he was just solid. Nobody phases him. We saw him crack one smile finally, but he's just a really good physical player.
And there's the starting lineup for Croatia. Smith was tremendous against Greece on the first night. Great for me. Dario Saric, as we know, coming back from the knee problem, looked like his old self yesterday. Tremendous in game day 2, tremendous performance. But this starting lineup, Dominic Mavra gets a start, and that's a change for this Croatian team.
Yeah, they've been changing up their starting lineups, trying to find what works for them, but also maybe scouting. And there we see Saric, 15 points, 5 assists, which was great for him, and 8 rebounds. Both of these teams, you know, finding themselves going. Estonia hasn't found their first win, but Croatia, for me, really have to get their chemistry and their kind of flow better. As we see the head coach, we can't see him, but he's in there somewhere. In the huddle.
Yeah, Coach Milovic, with his EuroLeague experience, alongside Coach Atudis, as that was mentioned earlier on in the week. And you can't say enough great things about Toihela, Coach Toihela. It's emotion that gets this Estonia team so much success, and the leadership comes down from the coach. Here's the 3 officials, the 3rd team on the floor. Mr. Marquez, Mr. Yilmaz, and Mr. Schwab from Portugal, Turkey, and Germany. And the teamwork of officials is so important in the pressurized atmosphere of a EuroBasket.
Yeah, definitely, and I think they've done a fantastic job this tournament because they've used all their resources. They've gone to the extra replay if they need to. If they've had a call, they come together, they have a chat about it, like I chat with you over here, and they get the call correct. So good job for them. Another exciting game, and especially I've got to keep shouting out the crowd. I think this crowd really brings the atmosphere for these games. The EuroBasket is a fantastic tournament, and she is definitely ready with her strawberry flips. I need some of those.
Well, Croatia came into this EuroBasket, Zanny, with a lot of question marks. They didn't make the second round of the World Cup qualifiers, and that's huge for them. Real heartbreak. They're going to have to miss a World Cup. But like they didn't wallow in that. They came back, they prepared for this, and they look like they could go deep into this tournament because every spot on the floor seems to be functioning as a group. They're really beginning to click as a unit. Coach needs a lot of credit for that, but the players have really applied themselves and worked together as a unit. It's great to see Croatia where they should be, you know, towards the top of European basketball.
And they have got some solid players, you know. They do have their own NBA stars in Zubaks, Saric, they have Bogdanovic, you know, they've got a full roster, and they just need to start clicking on all cylinders, and we're starting to see that. And this is what's so fantastic about tournament play. If you have a bad game that, you know, yesterday, you can bounce back real quick, and they're finally getting their flow, and Croatia basketball is back.
Well, it's a big game both ways, as we say. Big win for Estonia, this would be. Put them right in the mix for qualification. What Croatia don't want to do after the good start is then have a hiccup and then test that mentality that has been exposed a little bit with a lack of qualification for the second round of the World Cup. Here we go then, wherever you're joining us from around the world. This is EuroBasket, this is Milan, and this is Estonia and Croatia. Estonia in the blue and Croatia in the white, and Jalen Smith will get a first look at the half court. And the emotion that Estonia brought in the opening part of the first quarter yesterday was exceptional. Went out to a 10-0 lead They'd love to repeat that. Zubac is guarded, and that's all about Kotstar. Just the quickness on with his feet. Trail play, throw it out to Kotstar. The ball hasn't stuck. Estonia at pace here. Kotstar moves it on. The open three's turned down. Great movement to the baseline. The three is off. And every Estonian was on the edge of their seat waiting to rise up.
Bogdanovic now straight to the rim and misses. And wow, Mark, for me, Croatia trying to establish themselves with Zubac, who's obviously been 5 from 5 from the last game, and Kotstar just comes round and gets his hand. He's so strong and so quick on his feet.
Oh, the speed of Estonia already evident. Both ends of the floor. Just gets it off the screen. Bunny with the three. He's had 2 good looks. They go back to the veteran. 2 good looks early on, can't get it to go. First minute's been non-stop. Smith, second step to the lane, is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, and it's great. Croatia straight to the gut of that Estonian defense.
And Smith has been having a really good tournament. The game against Greece, he had 23 points. And so he's really feeling himself. I actually got to bump into him in town yesterday on the day off. And he said, thank you very much. I've been feeling myself. So, yeah. What did you do on your day off? Did you hit the town of Milan?
The cathedral in Milan, the Duomo, is just a phenomenal building. I mean, I'm trying to be a tourist expert here on this, but
I heard you took the stairs all the way to the top.
The 250.
Wow.
Counted every one of them as Saric gets the putback. And you can see the urgency here on the Croatian bench. They know the way Estonia are going to come out. They've got to match that work rate.
Right. And Mr. Dirk Nowitzki is in my eye line, in my way of the game, but that's totally fine.
Kissa pulls up. And they've had 3 good looks, 3 great looks. Estonia come up empty. Move to the inside. Zibac going to work, goes to the right hand, hook. And there's the difference between what he had yesterday when he went to that hook and he was in space. Really got bodied hard, and it was great defense by that man, Kotstar again. Hits in for 3, count it!
And the crowd love it. And that was great ball movement by Estonia. Really found the open man, and Kotstar is not going to miss that wide open in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, like almost don't have to commentate on the make or the miss.
No, you don't.
3's away, leave it to the crowd. Great step through, Bogdanovic in the lane, hits the corner, wide open for the 3, to answer is no good. And I just can't say enough good things about the activity defensively of Estonia. Outsized pretty much in every spot. Just will not be denied possession.
Yeah, and you saw Drell there get on the floor. Here's the wide open 3-point shot. Well, they answered our question, right? We said, could they come back with this same intensity? And boy, have they answered it. They've come out with the same energy the last 2 games.
Kotstar, high post foul line, jump shot is good. Let's just get all relaxed, cut to the high post,
no
get
worries.
Your feet set, knock the 2 down.
Easy.
He does that, and then 5,000 Estonians just hit the roof. 5-3, Estonia have the early lead, and wide open in the corner, Saric to try and answer. Looked a little bit laboured on that one. And Estonia again just at you, straight up and at you. Foul by Dominic and Mavrad to stop the break. Probably Croatia the best team at stopping the break legally so far here in Milan anyway.
You're correct. They get right in front of the ball and take that foul instead of a silly slap. But smart play, and Estonia gets a look here with 20 seconds on the clock.
Well, we've said it on a number of occasions. The great thing about EuroBasket is on any given day, any given country can come up with a great performance and a win. They try to trap and chase hard in the corner. And finally, Sim Sandamene, the veteran, 31-year-old. How is that a veteran, 31? On this team it is.
Yeah.
That's the 3. Here they are at the races again, 4-on-3 break. Here's for 2 is good.
Yes, and he beats his chest, and Croatia need a timeout because Estonia have come to play this afternoon. It's only 2:20, and they're ready.
I tell you, watch, Bogdanovic goes up, everyone scrambles, and look, every single guy in a blue shirt commits to the break. Stop, pop, It's right out of the practice session, lead the break, no one guards you, knock down an open foul line jumper. Just gotta love them. And the crowd just feed off them, right?
Yeah, they do. They give them energy, as well as this Croatian timeout. Hopefully we'll listen in. Sometimes we get a mic in to check our Croatian.
But we cannot allow this 3 points. Hey. That's right, pick and roll. Better switch than they go. They pass every time. Fabio ovoga malo na upitu da možemo, kada mali 44. Kad su drugi onda možemo. Hey, on motion. Go inside. Put the ball on Sissy down.
Well, very animated timeout, and no doubt is probably needed as Estonia have broken out a 10-3 lead.
Well, he's almost having to try and give them the same energy that the Estonian crowd is giving its team as well.
But you must have known that. You didn't think they weren't going to come out. This is an easy scout. They play hard every possession. So if you don't match that, they will beat you on every...
Yeah, but if you come out and say, this is what they run, this is how they play, you get caught up with a technicality bit. And it's how you respond. I think it's how you respond. It took Ukraine, what, 39.5 minutes to respond in the right way, and they had to wear them down. But and again, great job. Drell just read the play. It'd be great to see it. He went high on the screen and just, if you desire the passing lane, you can get there.
Yeah, and that's it. They're playing hard on both ends here. Gets through the passing lane and is excited about that defensive stop. When you get excited about defense, that's a big deal. That's
the word, excited. They are excited about everything each one of them do, whatever it is. Kotsar on the inside, straight to the gut now. Matkovic in the game, no Zubac. Kotsar goes up, gets a good look. Matkovic played good defense. Now Matkovic runs the floor, and Croatia have numbers. He goes long. Oh, and the alley-oop was there. We saw one the day before, yesterday. And Matkovic, the younger big for Croatia, has got the good leg. He's going to run hard.
Yeah. And he's asking for the foul there, but coach knows it. He puts his hands in his...
And you want that intent, don't you? Let's just get there and get to the ring, get above the ring.
You know what I love about Estonia's offense is once one play is happening, the pick and roll, there's so much movement between the other players.
Bene catches and shoots the tough lead away from the corner is asking a bit much. If that had gone, I think we'd have stopped and gone home. Simon moves it on. Saric takes the aggressive first step, gets inside. Great pass. Dario Saric, every game gets back to where he was. What a player. Croatia 29 points in the paint, and you can see 2 of them now. Oh, Kursar falls, holds onto it, but Smith hits the deck as well. Bodies all over the place. You've got to do that when you're playing Estonia. They just demand it. Simon in the lane with that left-hand floater. Doesn't get it to go. Kotsar as a team, they hang on to it as well. Drell advances the break. Are we in quarter 1?
Yes, we are. Quarter 1, game 1, and it's a thriller already to begin with.
Step back, Kulmai is long, had to go for it.
And guess who's all over it?
Oh.
Wow, I'm a fan. I am a big, big fan of Kotsar. He is an absolute workhorse, Mark.
That's 5,001 fans for him then, because 5,000 guys in blue and white, and fans in blue and white were up for that. Saric, Croatia are going to have to try to spend time with the ball, take some energy out of the game, foul on the play. He'll have to earn them from the free throw line. And they just give you absolutely zero easy.
Yeah.
Simsander Vene is going to have to check out. Really noticeable for me. They're going to go 3 coming in, 3 going out to try and keep the intensity level, I think, and the pace. But Simsander Vene's had a quiet 2 games, and for a few years he's been the major guy for this team. It's almost like coach is saying, don't forget you're out there. You're the guy that's got us here.
Right.
Good to see him go to him early.
And a good use of your bench, really. You know, that's a solid 6 minutes from those starters, and the way they play, really you do need to sub, because it's a hard level to stay at that energy level.
Them playing the first game is going to kill me. The energy I'm going to get tired watching them.
Your voice is going to get tired, that's for sure.
Saric, perfect from the line, 2 for 2. Dario Saric. tries to make this a basketball game, and I think the more it becomes a slowed-up basketball game, the better for Croatia. Jusa moves it on. Taisu, they won't guard because he's not going to shoot it from there. Kulme gets to the foul line, gets a little separation, doesn't get the roll. And Estonia, who has been starting, comes off the bench for Croatia with Simon.
Yeah,
Simon again to the lane.
Yeah, a double-double as Smith puts it up.
Going to be a foul on the play. And I'm not sure who pushed first. I know who pushed last because the referees have called it, but let's take a look. Smith with the 3, and we're going to not going to see the action under the ring because there was plenty of it. Simon drops it inside, and Carlo Matkovic's hands let him down.
Wasn't ready. Got to keep them hands ready as there is the one and only Kaminsky in the building early. Love it.
He just walked past us.
Yeah.
He looks in good enough shape to go out and play.
Yeah, sub in. And he had a nice retirement of his jersey in Germany. It was beautiful. Fireworks and everything. Hopefully they do that for you when we get back home.
What are you saying, I'm retiring? Jusa for the 3 is off. And you've got to think, as we did in game day 2, that they've got to make those looks. Those are the looks, and they made a lot of them against Ukraine. Simon going baseline, will need a pass to the corner, the extra one. Smith wide open, drops the 3. Great ball movement by Croatia, wheeled the baseline, extra pass. Got to love Smith's rhythm at the moment. Kulme, who's had a great tournament. Catch and play. Gets to the foul line again, needs a pass, great lift, gets in for 3, got it!
A foul.
And
yeah,
one.
Sure is.
Christian Kitzing, simple, lifts, knocks it down, strokes it from the 3-point line. Great job by Kulme, picked the pass, the great rotation off the ball. Smith's a little late on the closeout, therefore walks through him. A chance to make this a 6-point game, and Estonia shooting 3 from 8 from the 3-point line. And Kitzing, as he was in game day 2, stroking it. And Estonia just extend into the 2-2-1.
And it's even their defense, I told you, is just as hot and heavy as their offense. They're really having to struggle to get something as Smith.
Wide open, Salic drains it from the corner.
Saric's really starting to find his offensive rhythm, right? He sadly had a donut, 0 points the first game, and the second just worked hard for his points as they steal the ball here.
Matkovic, that quickness is phenomenal. Smith gets the 2. And Croatia closes to a 1-point game. Coach Toyanav wants to call things down from the other way now and get Croatia out of rhythm. His team still have the 16-15 lead. Timeout Estonia.
Yeah, and Smith keeps his eyes up there and just gets to the rim. Nice left-hand finish.
It's just 2 points.
Yeah, stressed out.
That guy's going to be 50 years older by the end of this tournament.
Kitzing tuleb, saab palli, sinä siin, aiesta siin, palli Kristiani kätte, Stacker, kiisavad kõrgel, yes, Körling, ja vaatake seda fleeri, okei, see on fake, see on siin, ja Taivi, yes, liigub ära,
Well, this is the Croatian basketball that the world, is used to. The baseline penetration, the extra passes. It's just a joy to watch. But what they're trying to do at the same time is take the energy and the air out of the gym, because Estonia at the moment, still, the game is a quick game, which is what they want.
Yeah. And Estonia is going to play all 40 minutes, and that's what you definitely know.
Oh, it just opens all up for Kirsten, goes up. Looked like they just stay with the play again, and Tice's shot gets blocked. And the ball will go back to Croatia.
And Tice is looking for a foul. I think he has,
No foul, but it's definitely a blue ball because the last player to touch it was Kunislav Simon. But we get the replay.
Yeah, we do.
It's easy for us sitting here. We're worried about nothing else apart from who touched it last. Here's Smith, ball screen, goes upstairs!
And one. Beautiful play here between Smith. Throws it up, flushes, and gets rewarded the and one. And Kotsar has to sub in now because it's a bit too easy for Croatia in their offense as he rocks the rim.
Tremendous execution because the timing made it. Karlo Makovic, different type of big. They have a different look when he's on the floor. The younger, a little bit more lightweight, and that's what they need. And it's what Ukraine did yesterday. Went a little smaller, had to go a little quicker. Can't necessarily, might not be Zubac's day to play.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You know, they have gone different ways, different starting lineups. He's 21, Makovic.
Oh, yeah.
He's a young boy.
We saw Glinic come in the game, him and Glinic with Sedovida. That's an exciting young combination for that club. And Makovic makes the free throw, completes the three-point play, has 5 personal. And Estonia have been stuck on 16. Sure it won't last. Here's Ayesta. Outside, flare screen as coach drew it up. Ayesta gets the ball and the ball screen. Croatia have had to pick their defense up, and they've done it really well. Baseline penetration, nice find. Kitzing in the corner. Got to make that shot. They worked so hard. Saric closed out hard, but had time and space, just couldn't knock it down.
And solid defense from Croatia there. Back-to-back defensive stops. But Sok gets the steal.
Sok needs numbers. Throws it to the corner. Leicester goes inside. Ball's knocked out of bounds. And again, they looked on that occasion for Josa as he ran the floor. When they get the break, they all go.
Yeah.
Point the transition, they're all gone. If you don't get 5 back, they're going to find someone open. End line possession. Sok gets in a little pocket for the 2. Doesn't get the drop. That's a rebound by Kotsar. And Hezonja's going to be called for either a reach or, reaching foul.
Yep, he's not really happy about that, but good timing. Let's have a look. We get to, just swipes down on his arms.
Hezonja must be really strong, though, for Kotsar to have to hit the floor.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure the referee saw the foul. Long side inbound. Blocking foul on Saric.
Yeah, that's easy. 2 hands on the offensive player. Easy for the referee to call here.
Just got out of stance, but the great thing that Kitzing did, he just caught it and went. Just challenged the defense. Have to go long. Kotsar is the man. Sok tries to turn the corner. Kitzing can't get the 3 to go. Kotsar comes up with another rebound. Josa is long. Their shots Estonia want. They just got to make them. Saric.
Nice pass.
Hezonja goes to the middle, has knocked away.
Guess who comes up with it?
Kotsar's stat line. You've got to be a busy stats person when he's on the floor.
Absolutely. He just keeps working.
He had space, decided to kick it out. Sok on the dribble. So pulls up. Hezonja forces the turnover. And for the first time in 2 games, they almost got a little bit overcomplicated that time. Saric has it now with Sok. This matchup has got problem written all over it, but the movement away from the ball defensively just forced it.
And a solid stance there. Sok might be undersized. That was the nice pass. Sok might be undersized, but he is strong, solid, and not afraid of that matchup. Well done. Look at this. And it just turns over. I would have liked the one-on-one a little bit longer to show you, but
yeah, it
stood his ground.
It did hit his foot, but then he hit Matkovic's foot as he went past. So yeah, it's Saric sits. And you know that Estonia have got that, they might be down 18-16, but when you got Croatia complaining to the official,
you've done your job.
Yeah. About a 4-second differential between game and quarter possession clock. Kotsar foul line, gets a piece as Matkovic, and his impact has been huge. Can they get it away? 3 on the clock, they penetrate. Matkovic, watch out. And Matkovic is the story of the first quarter for Croatia. They took out Zubac, Matkovic came in, went quicker, and he has sparked Croatia, trailed early. And this is the last of a number of great plays by the youngster.
And a nice drive and a dump off really brought the Estonian defense to him. And coach isn't happy, saying, hey, a little bit, we'll be right there. But Croatia, their solid stance on defensively. Estonia really struggled as we see the first quarter. Croatia 20, Estonia 16. Croatia had some really good defensive stops there. We'll listen in. Oh, you can talk about the stats, Mark.
The 2 for 5 is going to please Croatia because what they can't do is take too many threes and allow Estonia to run. Right. They've already run, as we're going to see from the best plays of this first quarter. A lot of those are going to be from Estonia defense.
Yeah. And the thing is, we've seen Estonia, this is where it kind of just lets them down, is where they're getting good, solid shots, the shots that they want, but they just can't knock them down. Between the three-pointers, the twos, sometimes even little bunnies around the rim, and that's where they let teams stick around or take the lead. So if they can just hit some of those wide-open shots, they're working so hard for their offense, and it's just a bit disappointing that they just can't finish.
And you got to say, the only guy that's really, well, Kulame has had, you know, when he's made his looks, others have not shot the same sort of percentage. But Kotsar, it's like another day at the office for him. He's just performed tremendously well, again, in all parts of the stat sheet. He's just a real, he may be undersized, you know, that's the debate. Is he going to be big enough to play that spot when it comes to like EuroLeague and things like that? Download the app for Courtside 1891. Everything you want to find out, Kotsar will be all over that app.
That's for sure.
Start of the second half. Henry Drell back in the game for Estonia. They missed his impact in that first half. Kirsa coming off the ball screen. Kirsa has energy for everybody out there. He just never stops. Kotsar trying to go to work inside, gets deep, second move, loves that reverse layup.
Yep. Smartly used as Croatia want the ball wiped. It's got some perspiration on it.
Coach Dehelia can't get too excited, can he really? Because all the crowd are excited, his players are excited. Someone's got to be a bit calm out there, and he is that cool head. Yeah,
and Cox are using great footwork, and Coach loves it. Gives them a little.
That's very emotional for Coach.
That is.
20-18, great start by Estonia in this second quarter. They went inside, straight to the gut. And Matkovic may be quicker, but he's not going to be able to bully Kotsar. You know, Kotsar's strong enough, and the matchup is workable for him. So he wouldn't be surprised if Estonia went to him a little bit more to play some post-up basketball. But here's Smith. Bogdanovic, feet set, strokes it, is off. First three of the game for him, which tells you a lot about how the game's been played. Kirsa gets it into the half court, opened up. The extra pass. Benet is good.
Soft bounce. That's exactly what Estonia needed. And a smile from Kotsar, actually. Smith puts one up of himself.
All the blue shirts on the glass, unfortunately for them. Rebounds to Bojan Bogdanovic. Smith, Simon in the backcourt. I think Simon's going to play a fair number of minutes here because his calming influence is going to really help. Matkovic goes to the middle, and Kotsar's going to be called for the reach. He waves it off, but his arm was there.
No, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a big-time foul, but as we see the replay of the ring that was built and then probably installed from Tallinn, that's a hometown roll that he got on the made three.
Well, Estonia definitely needed it, as you see the crowd and The baby loves it.
Back in front, 21-20. Kotsar picked up the personal. Here's Smith. Smith decides to come off the single side. Bogdanovic, great post up. Great hassle though. It's never over till it's over for this Estonian team. And Kudislav Seaman stops the break marginally legally, in my opinion.
And that is fantastic help, because Drell takes a risky one, tries to steal the ball from Bogdanovic, and the help from his teammates in the rotation. That is fantastic defense. You'll like that, won't you?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And again, if you force to the baseline, you know where you got to help too. You know that it's an easier help. Still tough though, he was still good. Getting up around the ring. Simsander Vene, only 2'3". He's a good athlete though. Kotsar waves off Vene, likes to match up it with a peer, puts it on the floor. Little ball fake, not quick enough. And Makovic just stood there, really. Good defense by him, stayed in stance. Hazonia in the game, finds Saric. Reverse it to Smith. Saric in the block. Wants the ball, gets it.
And no movement here from Croatia. They just want the one-on-one, which rims in and out, but the hustle of Estonia. But do you see what I mean, Mark? In their offense is so different from Estonia's. They get the ball inside and everyone watches the post play. Bounce, no away screen, no cutting, no movement. It's just stop, stare, watch. Look, everyone's standing around and Estonia are in good position to rebound, where Estonia's offense, okay, they're not hitting their shots, but there's constant movement and it's hard to guard.
Absolutely right. It's a great point, Azania, and it's, you know, at the end of the day, then you're asking Saric to take a tough shot.
Yeah.
If he makes it, great. He's a great player. He's going to make some of those, but he ain't going to make as many as if he's wide open, coming off, you know, open play and have an advantage. He had to work then to get anything. End line possession, new full team. Number of times, both clubs, both teams scouted well. Nice pass, and Vene had to fouled on the floor. Zubac in the game, holding space.
Yeah, look at this. He tells Zubac with just his eyes, says, hey, pass it to the top. I want the seal. Good movement from Zubac.
It's physical out there. Saric thinks about the jumper. Vene plays great defense. Gets through in the pass lane, Smith. Saric on a little short roll, puts it on the floor, goes up, right hand, tough running hook is no good. And again, and they just commit to transition. Kirsa doesn't like the maths, will back it out. Early screen from Kotsar, he'll dive, gets it with Smith. Great rotation. If that's your rule on the defense, then Smith executed it really well. Rolled back into the passing lane. Watch this, he's not going to worry about anything apart from getting into the lane, which allows Saric to stay, because you really would like Saric a bit more in help.
Right.
Free from the wing is off, and Yulsar's really asking for the foul. What's the upstart? Too much. Hazonia's not Makovic or...
I mean, but he got up there, though.
Oh, no, he can get up. But
he did ask from Smith. He gave him the finger to say, hey, throw it up there, but...
A lot of traffic, though, right? A lot of traffic he was going through. This is off. Great work on the glass.
A foul. Drell, they're going to give that one Drell. I don't know about that one, but... let's have a look. We get to have a second look, but Estonia's fans don't like it. He comes in.
Yeah. Came over his arm.
I don't
know. One of those.
It's
one. The trouble is that the ball in came off Saric, so he doesn't get the foul. Estonia get the ball.
Yeah.
Because then we'd all be saying it should be an Estonia ball. And it was a bit of contact on it, although I think the referee helps out Saric a little bit. Too much, perhaps. Smith needs a pass, finds one. Hazonia puts up the three.
Hazonia! Right on time. He had a double-double last game.
Yep.
13 points, 10 rebounds. It's time for him to impose himself on this game as Smith nearly steals the ball.
Smith just lives in the lane, and it just goes to show, you know, you play higher in the lane, you make things happen, and it just puts a little bit of doubt. It's probably the first wide open catch they've had in the whole game.
Yeah. But Hezonja worked for that, had the little back cut, got his defender moving.
Kiasa and his coach on the same page as they've been for day one of this tournament. Glinic gets rewarded for a good performance on game day 2, gets minutes in the first half. Offensive foul called. Bojan Bogdanovic less than impressed.
Let's have a look.
It's one of those calls that if both sets of players are looking a bit perplexed and the coach is looking perplexed, then maybe they couldn't let us see it, but doesn't really matter. They've made the call. Rene hands it on. Drell out top, takes the ball screen. Kotsar goes short roll. Drell with that leaning left hand doesn't get the drop, but the ball will stay with Estonia with a new 14.
Yeah, good drive by Drell, but as I saw him driving, the ball just kind of slipped out of his hand. He didn't have control, because usually that's his move here.
Absolutely.
Look, you see him drive, and it just slips out, and he just holds on to it.
Guillemette. It's all action, is Drell, but has it knocked away. Glinic will take the ball screen from Zubac, who dives. Glinic in the lane, goes with a tough runner. He knew he had Zubac on the rebounding spot, throws it down.
Really smart play by the 21-year-old. Can't get the pass, but puts it on the rim, and that just gives Zubac a chance. He's wide open down low to flush it in.
And it's that stuff that Croatia do naturally, that Zaric just lifted, which means Bene couldn't help the helper. And you made the point a number of times now, you know, movement away from the ball, Croatia not normally doing it, but then on that occasion, you see the benefit. Hopefully get a chance to listen to Coach Toihela. It doesn't appear so.
I'm enjoying the Estonian cheerleaders. They made the trip as well.
I'm not sure if they're Estonian, but they're definitely.
No, they are.
They're great, because the crowd loved them when they came in.
Yeah, they're Estonian.
Brilliant. So it's limitless entertainment for the Estonian fans. They're seeing their own cheerleaders as well.
Yeah. Well, Estonia, they're losing the rebounding battle 20-13, and then points in the paint. Croatia is also winning that game. But maybe they would have a few more points if they could just a few of these baskets around the rim. We saw Drell mishandle one, and it's just not going in for Estonia, but they're only down 4 points.
But again, if they were going to have a problem, they were going to have a problem in the paint. They were going to have a problem on the glass. But to be fair to them, I think they're just holding their own on there. The numbers don't favor them, but Croatia have missed a lot of shots.
Right. It's only a 4-point game.
Yeah. And they're the only points. When it comes down to it, stats are important, but 25 and 21 are the only two that matter. Coming off the ball screen. Dorbeck gets it off. And the three is long, and another good look. And Kulamai takes a tumble. Glinic breaks the keyway down, kicks it to the corner, just about gets to Bogdanovic. 9 on the shot clock. Bogdanovic tries to back in. Little move to the inside. Zubac.
3-second call.
Yeah, he didn't leave. Zubac says he did, but he didn't.
Can't stay in there, Zubac, and build the house, honey. You got to come out. And that was a smart play by Bogdanovic, but Zubac was in there way too long. Bogdanovic says, hey, coaches side himself.
I always have like sympathy with coaches in emotional situations, but the Croatian bench is up on every call. and I'm like, at some point these officials are going to have to say, well, the coach can stand, but you guys have got to sit, because otherwise we can all stand up. Kulamai gets a little space, puts up a little push shot, soft touch, really manufactured a great one. Referee doing a little bit of housekeeping mid-court, that's why there's been a stop. So he waited for Zubac's reaction and he kept moving backwards, Zubac, so a little push shot in the lane. Much to the joy of that fan. Glinic. Yeah, hands on. I mean, it's easy call for the official as Martin Gorbek just got too much of a piece of Glinic.
Yeah, and they go to their bench again. 3 subs this time. Good minutes from Drell and their crew, and then that's really nice. 3 in, 3 out.
It seems to be the way he's decided to rotate today.
Yeah.
In this first half anyway. 2-point game, Estonia trying to give themselves an opportunity to make the second round. Croatia not guaranteeing a second round yet, but would go a long way if they get the win today.
Yeah, and Bogdanovic here just gets hit as he cuts to the basket, back cut. Let's see, I don't know if we'll get to see that, but he just got high-fived in his face. Here we go. Let's have a look.
But I'm not sure who hit who on that. I'm not sure if it wasn't even his own player.
But that puts Estonia over the limit now. So the next 4 minutes, 41 seconds, Croatia will go to the line. That's a long time. So they just need to be aggressive. Bogdanovic makes the first.
And when we talk about the Estonian fans, the Croatians have got nowhere near as many, but they got some, and they're trying to make themselves heard as Croatia take the 4-point lead, and Estonia in the penalty. So these 4 minutes going into the half, crucial for Estonia. Gursa, they've just got to start making jump shots. Gursa off the ball screen, Kitsing picks and pops and moves it on. Kitsing has a matchup in the post he could exploit. The help comes to the corner, extra pass, poor pass. Gursa picks it up, is short. All about the quality of the pass, had to go looking for it. And it's just those fine margins. It's not enough to get it from A to B. You've got to get it right to the spot.
Good
Great pass.
basketball. You know, that's so smart from Croatia. They knew they had the mismatch, but they just waited the extra second. And Hazania gets the easy layup. Lovely. And that's where Croatia has just got a bit more on Estonia, don't they? They really vitalize and really understand the mismatch. Look, they see it, boom.
Couldn't make it, guy was in front, go to the high post,
yep.
Lead him to the ring.
Yeah.
Very easy for us all to sit and say that's what you should do, but recognition and execution, different thing. It's Kulamay will get the ball screen from Kotsar. Kotsar hasn't seen the basketball for a long time. The 3 is good.
Right on time. Estonia definitely needed a basket.
And Josar, one of the Estonians that you really would back to knock down the open look, really needed those 3. The drought is over for Estonia. And Croatia noticeably slow in tempo. Bogdanovic's second step is a travel. They're going to call it worse. It's an offensive foul. I was struggling with the travel, didn't think it was, but it wasn't. Calls the offensive foul. Let's take a look. Yeah, because you are entitled to go up and down on the same spot, which is all that Josar did. So Josar makes the 3, then gets the offensive foul the other way. That's a great minute for him.
And Bogdanovic now has to go to the bench.
Both teams now in the penalty, 3:29 to go in the half. And every time you worry about Estonia, they come up with a play.
They're not going to go away.
No.
And their crowd's right behind them as they shout Estonia.
Josar goes inside, poor pass, had no angle. Just needed to work the angle to make the pass. Then it smooths it on. Hazania looks inside, Saric over the top. now they're going to call the foul. I'm struggling personally. If you're going to allow, well, you're going to miss it. But if you're going to allow Koulame to go over the top and hold his space, just because they made a pass and got deflected, it's the same action.
Yeah, and he says, no, 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 Mr. Referee. Not sure you got that one right.
No. And he'll say that because you didn't call it. I've been doing it all the time, yeah.
But yet again, hats off to Croatia. They're really finding the mismatch. And
they're not rushing, do they? They wait for the right angle. Yeah. Which is what Kirsar didn't do the last time down. Kotsar had a good spot. If he'd have made one pass or changed the angle, easier option.
Yeah. And it's smart post play from Zubac, Herezenia, and then Seric. They're working early for their positions down low and creating good angles.
Yeah, it's great to see Dario Saric looking in game rhythm. Here's Kirsar again in the half court. Just got to keep the ball moving. Koulame. Puts it on the floor. Yusuf needs a pass, and I'm not sure if that was to Kotsar or to Koulame, but the defense
solid.
Absolutely. Oof. Never got beat, did they?
Nope, nope.
Everything always in front.
Everyone in front of the ball, moving, playing as a squad, talking, pushing people through. Croatia's solid defense there.
31-26. Important 240. Again, we said this on a number of times about Estonia. Game day 2. Can't see him coming back from too far down, but I can see him hanging around. Super effort defensively. No call. Kotsar peels himself up the floor, decides to handle it, does it all. Great attack. Kirsar goes to the hoop.
And Zubac is saying a hook.
But it's every call now.
Yeah.
Croatia go to the official on almost every call. And that's obviously a foul, and I would argue no genuine attempt to play the ball, because you're going to look at it this way. Now, Ivory flopped her, it's a foul, but...
No call.
No call. They made no call, all right? That's a push-off from this angle. But then... the referees are going to talk about it, because Kirsar went with the left hand and he fouled him from the other side and didn't even get anywhere near the left arm.
Right.
At some point they're going to have to say to Croatia, that's just enough is enough, otherwise we're going to have a talking shop every single time there's a foul. Here's the play. Ball's in the left hand, he fouls the right arm. Has to be an unsportsmanlike foul, in my opinion, but I'm not a referee. And that's why I'm sitting here.
But what Zubac is saying is, as I put my hand out, he's then hooked underneath it.
Yeah.
So he's made it, maybe played it a bit more, but hey, that's a smart, intelligent way. We'll listen into the referees.
Okay, point of contact is on the arm.
Yes.
Okay.
So for me, it's no illegitimate attempt to play the ball.
One more.
He's only tried to stop it.
Yeah. If the right arm don't go for the ball, only for. Okay, so
you agree?
We agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, offensive foul, offensive player also try to do something more, but he don't play for the ball. So is criteria C1.
Yes.
Okay.
Unsportsmanlike foul, number 40 white and 244 blue, shooting 2 free.
And the ball. Okay.
Well, the referees are all over it. They even gave us the coding for what the foul was. C1. There we go.
And I think it's right, because it wasn't like he'd gone with the right hand and crossed it over. He just put it down into the left hand.
Right.
And he didn't bail out of the foul. He just carried on and took the right arm away. Yep. And he may well be disappointed there was no call down the far end. But hey, it happened.
Play on. The Estonian fans were happy about it. They high-fived.
They think these are the best referees there are right now.
Yes.
Kirsar from the free throw line. Get some rhythm, keep that rhythm going. Makes the first.
I'm really impressed by this youngster, 21 years old, not afraid of the big moments, has really stepped up and stepped into this EuroBasket.
Yeah, absolutely. Every EuroBasket, there's one or two players who make an announcement, and he's made an announcement.
For sure. I think he had 20 points the first game.
So 1 for 2. It's only a 4-point game. Estonia have possession of the basketball. Chance to cut it to 1 or 2 on this trip with a 14-second reset. Interesting inbound. Saric breaks it up. Smith completes the play. So Estonia really blow the opportunity to make an inroad into the lead. Zanyu on the inside will back down. That fadeaway jump shot is no good. Zubac with a rebound, waits, goes back up, is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Big rebound by Zubac.
I'm just getting a little fed up with, you can't ask the referee, you've got a call. And it's every single call now.
Yeah. Well, if you're an offensive player, Mark, you do think you get fouled every time.
And I think he was fouled this time, but the referee's caught it.
I know,
he's
it's
going
so
up,
relaxed.
and he's trying to block it, and he's going through contact. I have absolutely no understanding why they're asking for it to be reviewed to be an unsportsmanlike foul. He doesn't have the replays we have.
Yes.
We're the best referees in the house
I
with
think
slow
so.
motions.
Give us a grey shirt and a whistle. All right.
But there comes a point where it becomes noise, right? If you appeal every call, it becomes noise. Zubac makes the first. And he's such a good player, Zubac. Held his space, went back up, gets the 2, makes them, get back on defense, let's play the next play. There's going to be a lot of contact in this game because of the way Estonia play their basketball.
Right.
Just live with it. Kirsa is going to go back on take it back off of the Kotsar screen. Drops it in straight into Saric, never a pass. Saric's defense was just as good as it gets. That will stay with Croatia. Good defensive effort by Raesta, because you could have hung your head on the turnover and got straight back. Yeah. Keeps his hands out.
Solid D.
Unfortunately comes off his body for Estonia. Croatia will inbound. Smith hits the second side. Hazanyu with enough. He really does want this matchup. Looks to create a little space. Gets in deep. Turns around. Got that lean away for 2. Doesn't get the roll. And again, I was just about to say to Kitsing, don't let it go out of bounds. Just grab it. You don't need the referee to give you the ball back unless you're 100% sure. Grab it, off you go. Here's Kulamate, who really had another guy who's had a great tournament so far for Estonia. Chance to eat into the lead, 1:18 to go in the half. I tell you, your guy Kursar's doing everything there. He's marshalling the floor wipers. Stops and pops the 2, but leans back on it too much. No real option. A little worrying time here for Estonia. Salic outside, looking much more confident. Wide open, pops to some space, but they just misconnect on the pick and pop. Smith attacks it. Great first step off the glass, doesn't get the drop. The work rate of Kitsing on the glass, phenomenal. Estonia have a chance again to eat into the 6-point margin. We've got just over 30 to go in the half. Kirsa. Kotsar high. Nice pass.
Beautiful. We spoke about Kulamay, didn't we? Beautiful backdoor pass. And just when we think Croatia is starting to break away, Estonia gets a great stop on the defense, and here, backdoor, and they just are sticking around. And Croatia isn't putting Estonia to bed, and it gets scary when it gets closer to the end of the game. But Estonia have done their job.
Absolutely. Here's the Croatian timeout. Let's take a listen.
Listen to me. Nemoj stalno leđima. Okreni se licem 1-1. Not back to the basket, okay? If we go on penetration, okay? It was good, but follow. We play.
Well, you can see what Coach Mulimarov thinks about it. And to be fair, I think his team has done a great job defensively. They've kept Estonia to under 30.5, and they've had to make great plays. Now, they've missed some jump shots. Okay, their normal percentages, they'll be under those, but...
yeah, Estonia's shooting 38% from the 2 right now, 6 on 16. They're missing a lot of 2-pointers, and they've taken 5 from 17 from the 3-point, so not a good clip from either.
Especially when you saw them play yesterday, where they were so much better.
Yeah, can I get that bikini?
I'll tell you.
Hey, they've got it all, the Estonians.
They've got great hats, great accessories. Got a 3-4 second differential between the game and possession clock. Here's Smith. Bogdanovic off the down screen, feet set, can't knock down the open one, but they get the offensive. And now literally there's almost 0 difference between possession and the game clock. Smith likes his matchup here. They had settled for the deep 3, is way deep. And they dodged the bullet, and Saric is wanting to talk about that one too. And maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but at half-time, the 2 important numbers are 33 and 29. Croatia have the 4-point lead, and they've withstood so much emotion from Estonia.
Yeah, and Croatia better be careful as we see the first half highlights. We spoke about Estonia's percentages. Even if they can just make a few more 2-pointers and be back in this game, they're losing the rebounding game to 26 to 15, and then the turnovers. Croatia, a lot of turnovers, and Kulame with 7, holding Saric with 9. And Croatia just needs to settle down here. Stop talking so much to the referees. Let them do their job. They're correct in most of their calls. And just play, play hard, as we get to see the first half best players. And Coxar, one of my favorites really of this tournament, just doesn't do anything flashy, works super hard. His work rate is out of this world. And Estonia stuck around, 4-point game, and that's, I'm happy with that. Considering if you look on paper, Estonia is ranked 48th and Croatia's 21st.
Yeah. I mean, and we've said it, you've said it just there in the stats, and I've said it during the commentary. They're taking Estonia shots. They just haven't made as many. Yeah. And they're not going to get much joy on the glass, hence they've missed a lot of shots, so Croatia lead the rebound numbers. But it's just, there's no point in doubting themselves right now. They're getting the open shots they really want. So they just got to back themselves.
Right, and I think Croatia's doing a fantastic job really picking apart the Estonian defense. They really find the mismatch here is a beautiful example of it. The post player works early and then gets that steal, and Estonia has nothing they can do about it. So even if they just stick with that, Croatia, some of their shots aren't really falling. Bogdanovic is struggling from the line. He's shooting, he only has 2 points, 0 from 4 from the floor.
And that's, I suppose we can sum this up. Whichever one of these two teams starts to make the shots you'd expect them to, going to win the game. And that's a really obvious thing to say, but Bogdanovic is not an 0 for 4 3-point shooter, especially when his feet are set. And nor is Estonia a 29% 3-point team, because that's all they take, or mostly take. So it's what do we got? Like yesterday, though, Croatia up 3 at the half against Great Britain, blew them away in the third quarter, and literally led by 30 at the end of 3. Estonia will know that. So they're not going to allow that to happen to them, and I don't believe their emotion will allow them. And the crowd will probably come on and play a 6-man as well, but Croatia are beginning to develop that we're a second-half team. Look what they did to Greece.
So Croatia need to be careful. They can't go into halftime and relax.
All right, well, we'll take a break now. We'll see you shortly for the second half. Get a drink, get relaxed. We'll see you soon.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
And it goes, and Brabat with the two-handed flush.
Beautiful baseline backdoor cut. Great delivery and finish.
Well, put the magic down. Lorenzo Brown going all the way. Lorenzo Brown says buenos noches.
They switch.
Beautiful handoff. And Tice crushes it.
Wagner dishing it in the paint. Outstanding finish.
Down the middle, kicks out to Manu. Manu down the middle. Manu hangs in the air, ties the game up. Manu Kelishvili, Superman, has responded, and he says, let's go.
Now Musa has it taken away by Dragic. And Dragic, sensational!
Finishing is a skill. The body control, the touch. Goran Dragic is an outstanding below-the-rim finisher.
And brings it up, and he explodes, and Wagner just protects that rim and says, not in my house.
Perry with no regard for the Bulgarian defense. I mean, my goodness gracious.
Your favorite team.
Oh, what a pass from Hertel to Poirier.
Between the legs, pocket pass, Hertel flashing some skill. Look at that pass.
Wow. Toby. The brilliance of Doncic. He's so great that he's fallen out of his shoe.
Again, Doncic drives into the paint, draws the defense, and the late delivery, a behind-the-head, no-look pass, on time, on target to Toby for a rhythm shot.
Locking down, curls one screen, pick and pop by Shaken, and he rips the ring down, silencing this arena.
This boy, he's no longer a boy. This young man is just awesome. Straight down the middle, elevates and dunks it two-handed.
Well, welcome back here to Milan. You just saw a look at Dario Salic's numbers, name all over the stats. His performances, Zania, have just picked up every single game. That first game was a trial for him because he really did struggle. He still worked hard.
Yeah.
But as you found out, he's returning from the knee problem, and every game he looks better.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from a player like that. Just build his confidence. He's on 9 points, leading all scorers for Croatia. Nobody in either team has double digits. All teams, and Kulame for Estonia has 7 points as the highest. So both teams really trying to find their way. Estonia have done enough, but do they have enough in the tank to really finally get over the finish line? They haven't managed. They've done well in both of their games, but well is not good enough. And then Smith there, 6 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal.
And Smith was, again, I think, obviously he had a little bit of a day off in the GB game. It was the second half, he really didn't play much. Was absolutely tremendous, as we both said in the first game.
In the Greece, yeah.
He really looks in rhythm with the rest of the team.
Yeah, he is. He's doing really well, putting his teammates also in winning situations. Nice pick and roll, looks for his big man on the roll. And if you're Estonia, Mark, what do you say? What would you say in the halftime to your lads?
It's one of those things, isn't it? What have they done wrong? Not a lot. They've just missed shots. So if they're taking good shots, maybe Kotsar needs just some more touches. They can go in and come out, and go in and come out with Kotsar, and trust him, especially when Metkovic is in the game, or even if they get Zubac with his feet outside the keyway, he just needs more touches. But they're getting the shots that Estonia want. They just haven't made enough. They can only win the game playing that way. I think they've done a marvelous job disrupting Croatia. They've got to maintain that. And you mentioned about what have they got in the tank? I don't know, but whatever they're having for breakfast, I want some.
Yeah.
Because they come out ready to play every single game.
They sure have their Weetabix in the morning, that's for sure, but they're shooting 33% from the floor. It's just not going to get you over the line. So if they can just make a few more, and it's easier said than done, just make a few more layups, please. But you're right back in the game. They're shooting 38% from the 2 and 29% from the 3. Mister, my favorite of this tournament, you know.
You can't have favorites.
I can, because it's supposed to be the big freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I really think it's Kotsar. I think he's such a solid player, unselfish. He plays so strong down low, always stays in his lane, shoots the 15-footer well. There's no complaints. I can't say one bad thing about that young man. No,
I would 100%. He's got a big season ahead of him playing in Baskonia.
Yeah, and only 25.
And it's like, and he's out there proving stuff all the time. People like me will go, is he going to be big enough? Is he going to be this? He doesn't listen to people like me. He's just going to play.
Nobody listens to you, Mark.
Well, except you.
Right.
We've got a minute to go before the start of this third quarter, and I know we always say, you make a big point of it, that third quarters are crucial. But for Estonia, it's all very well. If you're in the game, your energy's going to be high. I don't know how much is in the tank to come back if they let Croatia break out to an early lead. But they're just taking, Croatia have been asked to make plays. That's the big deal for me. They're not getting shots off of what they run, they're just having to make plays. And then Estonia just works so hard defensively. You've got to finish that, and at the moment they're not finishing enough. They've been kept to 30. They average about 80 points a game, kept to 33. Estonia have been kept to 29.
Yeah, low scoring.
Yeah.
So go ahead, download your EuroBasket app, scan the QR code, and you'll keep up with all the fantastic games across the region. It has been phenomenal. The games, lots of close games, haven't there been? Oh. Yesterday there was a close one. Bosnia-Herzegovina got a big win over Slovenia. This is why I love the EuroBasket so much.
Yeah, but upset City down there.
Yeah, it was.
Also, obviously Belgium upset Spain. So yesterday was the upset day. Is Estonia going to build on that and upset Croatia? Well, we'll find out. 20 minutes to play. We're at the beginning of the quarter 3. And Kulame outside, comes off the ball screen. Looks to skip, but great hands. Makovic again, just being 2'6".
And Makovic again in the starting lineup, no Zubaks. Keep him on the bench.
Smith gets to the lane, finds Makovic off the glass for 2.
And good work rate from Makovic. Just kept moving, and guess who found him? Smith there.
Almost for the first time, you got to say, oh, that's too easy. Great ball movement. Bene, great job on the glass. They just never stop working. Drell with the offensive rebound. Kersa comes off the screen. Drell puts it on the floor on the catch. And then lost the handle. 3-on-2 break. Croatia have a chance to run. Great execution.
And here's the third quarter energy we spoke about in Estonia. Quick timeout is exactly what Croatia wanted and not what Estonia wanted. A turnover there from Drell, and Croatia is on the floor running. Coach is mad. Timeout.
Yamlak in the game for the first time. The veteran gets the 2. And, well, we talk about, got to say, great job with a timeout. No point not reacting. Got to react quickly. Becomes an 8-point game, and they haven't really had to work for it, Croatia. A lot of it off of Estonia mistakes. Let's take a listen to Coach.
Hei! Pea püsti! Se on läbi nüüd!
Well, I'm not fluent in Estonian, but I am fluent in aggression and encouragement. And coach there definitely is trying to inspire his boys, because if they do not come out here after this timeout, Croatia is going to run away with this lead.
It's great. It's one of those moments, right? Let's go to the timeout. Let's listen to coach. He comes in. He looks all calm.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, what's he going to draw up? No, draw up anything.
0 to 100.
This isn't our heat. This isn't us. Go and be us again. I think it's something like that. I'm sure there'll be an Estonian out there who'll correct us on our interpretation. And what does he do? He comes out. And he needs to get a shot. He needs to get the right people to get shots. The trouble with their offense, in some ways, it trusts them to make decisions. And make great decisions so far, as we've got a problem with, I'm not totally sure what we've got a problem with, but the referee's at the table with the commissioner. There you see, technical man's in the white shirt. Referee's happy, commissioner's happy. The Swiss timing guy goes back to his seat. And here comes Kersa. Vene on the inside, great execution, go inside, get the 2. Azania's favorite player gets an easy 2 on a literal nice little staggered screen, or double screen across the keyway. He goes to the baseline and gets the easy look.
And the answer you need out of a timeout.
Absolutely. He doesn't need to put anything in. They got more than enough on the floor. Here's Smith, tries to come off the screen. Nice pass, the help is there. Great pass, super pass. Timing by Bogdanovic was spot on. Let his player leave him, then cut.
Yeah.
Croatia playing Croatia basketball. Vene tries to go up against Bogdanovic, has to back it out. Kotstar gets another touch, draws 3. Kersa fakes, steps through. Vene with his feet set, knocks down the 3.
Good offense, Estonia, really working that shot clock.
Total belief in what they're trying to do. It's great to see. Here's Smith, comes off the ball screen, stops, fires up the 3, is short, and Kotsar's all over the stat line again.
Nice, can't hold on to it, but...
And everything was great apart from, I think Kotsar had given up on the pass because it was late. If it had come a step early, he was ready for it.
But Estonia come out fast here,
and the behind the back pass at that time, no,
a bit too much.
No style points here.
Never style points.
I think the crowd would have taken the easy pass of the 2 as opposed to the glamorous pass.
And Estonia needs this crowd right now, gets them back in the game.
Simon off the screen. When you need a sensible decision, Kunislav Sliman's normally your man, but not that time. Bogdanovic with no time on the clock. Going baseline, ball knocked away with 1.3 on the possession.
Coxar doing the thing down low. Wow. He's not afraid at the moment. Look, switches onto Bogdanovic. You would think Bogdanovic would come out successful, but just quick hands by the man, Coxar.
Got to protect the middle here, Estonia. Simon goes to get, doesn't get. Bogdanovic releases. They're going to go high. Great catch.
Oh, lovely play.
Super hands. Vinay will move it on. Kursa. They look inside again, and Kotsar's been the focal point early in the third. Great job defensively. And anyone who comes up that Croatian bench,
it's bringing the energy, aren't they?
Ivan Rumljak comes again with quick hands. 32 now, been around the national team for a while.
And I like this with Makovic in, the younger, more mobile, big.
Yeah, they really are liking that lineup today. Kursa thinks about the three, turns it down. Vinay with only 3 on the clock, is going to have to take a tough one. Oh!
Wow. Lovely finish, just elevates over Smith on that jump shot. That's what Estonia needs. Still sticking around, Mark. They're not going anywhere.
Rumljak spins to the middle, drops it inside.
Good.
Nice second move, Makovic. And again, we have that debate again. Who was Drell guarding? He's staying out on the wing. Player without the ball can't score. He's going up now, though. Kicks it. Vinay feeling it. Gets it back to back, the veteran.
Yeah, right on time, and the crowd love it and really need to stick with their Estonian boys right now. And Croatia need to answer Smith.
Smith with an interesting looking floater. Looked like a float, then we got a foul in transition. Almost like a floater, like I haven't had a shot for a while. I'm going to shoot this one regardless.
Yeah,
come up short.
Good drive, that baseline drive, open up that shot for Vinay.
Oh, Vinay leant back so far in that fadeaway, it was almost on the Croatian bench. It's SD from the crowd. Whistle on the play. And Croatia pick up their second team foul. 4-point game. Estonia are not going anywhere. This is not, at the moment anyway, a dominant Croatia in the third quarter as they've tried to be in their 2 previous games here. Vinay is the inbound. Kotsar out top. Kursa has it. Likes this matchup, should be able to get some separation. Hesitation, nice. Puts up a tough one. The rotation defensively, Croatia was really good, but could have kicked it, decided to go up with a tough one. Simon hands it off to Smith. Makovic with a ball screen. Smith again hesitates. Great find. Rumljak goes inside with a really smart decision, and wipe off the score. Foul on Kotsar, I believe.
Smart play here. Finally, Croatia getting some good movement in their offense. Before they were just standing, watching around, watching the show. And now they're getting some back cuts, some movement. And that's where they're successful, in my opinion.
Yep. Kursa's going to sit. Normal rotations that we've seen on the first 2 games is replaced by Kulame. To an extent, the ball moves a little better without Kursa on the floor, but they lose that threat with the basketball. Got to rotate him at some point. Halfway through the third is when they choose to do so. Rumljak misses the first from the free throw line. Oh for 2 from the line. She loves it. The crowd loved it.
Yes, and they shout Este again. Here comes Estonia.
Go away from the Spain pick and roll. Now Kotsar goes deep, but will come back out. Drell, little hesitation. Big second step. That's a trademark for him. He leans so far.
And he's got that long, lean body that he can get to the rim like that on Bogdanovic. Nice finish by Drell.
Smith. Extended time without a rotation. Goes to Bogdanovic.
Could have been a travel.
Oh, he definitely traveled. Kotsar made that travel happen when he stepped up. Simon steps back, doesn't get it to go. And Estonia just gang rebound again. Two guys box out, and Kulamay hunted it down. Vene gets the ball in the baseline, needs a pass, inside out. The three is away, short, tough one. Bogdanovic comes down with it. Croatia want to settle down in the half court. Good decision to foul, if it was a decision. Vene's going to take one for the team. Estonia checks in, and they're such a deep team. On paper, this Croatian team is up there with most of the teams in this EuroBasket.
And we haven't even seen Zubac or Saric yet.
Not in the second half, no. So Smith gets inside, left hand off the glass. Great foul. Makovic didn't stop moving.
Makovic cleaning up the glass.
Kulamay moves it on, gets it back from Yorosada, hit the corner. Foul on the three, and Azonya's going to want to talk about this as well. When someone takes off, they have to have space to land, as long as they haven't jumped forward.
This was Makovic's clean-up dunk. Working very, very hard. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Well,
I think he has a case there.
Yeah.
Because he came solid. He didn't jump into his space. He didn't hit any hand shooting.
It's very marginal.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's not marginal is Kitsing from the free throw line. It's almost a given he's going to make. Solid. When your technique is as straightforward and as simple as Kitsing, there's not many things that go wrong. And he missed the commentator's curse,
yeah,
obviously.
will you be quiet?
I know. I keep hoping to prove it wrong.
Yeah.
Because we do all this research about his free throw percentages, and you want him, you know, he's an excellent free throw shooter.
Well, he goes 2 from 3.
Go.
No thanks to you.
No, that's true. That's true. 2-point game. Estonia with 4 to go in the third. Looks like we're in for another amazing game here in Milan. Back cut, Simon didn't commit to it. And the two bets combined for a turnover. 37 and 32, combined age of 67.
Whoa.
Maths is good, turn it over.
Real quick. And the crowd get back on their feet. It's got loud in here, go down
That's
low.
a pass. Oh, what a pass. I don't think you give enough credit sometimes. It Kotsar held his space. The pass could have been a bit quicker through the air, but wow, he holds his space. The pass put right into the space beyond him. Look, and I thought holding your shorts, when does that become an action?
Don't know, but Makovic slaps Kotsar there. But yet again, working tremendously hard down low, seals off Bogdanovic and makes his way to the free throw line.
Chance to tie the game. I mean, they led early, but like once Croatia led, I think they won't be tying the game now. But and Kotsar isn't the greatest free throw shooter on the floor. He's only 61% free throw shooter across last season.
Man,
and,
he is drenched in sweat. Look at him.
Yep.
His jersey's stuck to him. But he is working hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes the second.
A little 50% action for you. And here come Croatia. Smith with the ball.
Smith steps back for 3, and in that much time and space, that's a gimme. And the energy went for the defense for the first time. Hard to believe. Kriasek moves it on. The corner 3 is off.
And a big rebound by Saric. Good to see him back in.
Yes, Saric is one of those players that you know is going to, over the years, has been a real performer. Smith, having made the last one, thinks about taking the three. Salic going to work down low. Throws, great defensive effort. Super defensive effort.
Got numbers.
Off the glass for two is no good. And Saric, too big, too strong, too everything. But guess what? Kitson comes up with a scream, and Kotsar with a flush down. They just do not know how to stop playing.
Wow, look at this. Still good, smart play. And Kotsar was on the floor and then got up, was getting ready to run back. But lucky for him, he was right under the Estonian basket. We'll listen in, but man, Kotsar looks very, very tired, Mark. He's on his knees. But this is what's good about timeout. You can catch your breath. We'll listen in.
Odigrajte, pick and roll, let's play. Horn.
Subac, moraš napraviti blok. Ako ne napraviš blok, nema nikad više.
Okay, so
Jaki blok I roll.
vidi roll.
It doesn't matter how often you say to younger players in particular, like, just play the next play. You have to see actions like this to know why. You're disappointed, you should have gone up. Your teammates just come up with a steal. You're ready to play again. And Kotsar, more than probably anyone else, literally never stops.
No, he doesn't. He works at a high work rate, and just sometimes it's really lucky. He fell on the floor and then he gets back up and time to score. And we get to see Zubac now back into the game. Croatia's gone for a bigger, stronger lineup.
Well, without the only player you would say is not from their starting lineup that's not Bogdanovic is in the game the rest of the time. This is pretty much what coach would consider his best
main
four
five,
plus
yeah.
Simon. And you put Bogdanovic in, that would be his starters in most games.
Yeah, but Simon is the veteran. He's played some really smart minutes this tournament.
Smith, hand off to Simon, who has it out top. We'll get the ball screen from Zubac, who dives. They don't switch, they chase, but Simon fills that.
Told ya.
Absolutely. The defense decided not to switch. They let the guard chase, and Simon had time, space, and a great decision to knock down the three. Diasa looks at his options, has none, has to skip it. Kotsar will hand it off. Diasa moves it. Kotsar with the ball, goes to the middle with the left hand. Draws contact, will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and yet again, Croatia complaining here, but guys, this is a foul. Kotsar puts it on the floor, gets his offensive movement, and there's pulling down of his hands. Look, 2 hands on him, I'm sorry, and a hit at the top. That's a foul, and another foul. Croatia, please, settle down, boys. You are fouling. And the referees are all over it. And they're doing a good job really not giving them a technical foul. Maybe. There's a lot of complaining, but Mr. Kotsar is
it's one of those
solid.
Things, it's one of those things that's just like, if you visible dissent, well, that's been on every call.
Right.
And it's like, are they keeping it on the right side of the line? Maybe just quantity takes them over the line.
Yeah.
No one's like really run the floor and really been that challenging. It's just the continuous nature of it.
Yeah. If I complained that much to you, Mark, you would have sent me home by now.
Well, yeah, I think so. And then in the end, like, Kotsar misses the free throw, takes a little bit of rhythm out the game, and it starts to be a bit of for me, it becomes an issue that disrupts the game. And once it starts to disrupt the game, then the referees have to deal with it. Yeah,
Kotsar, though, is quite tired, and he does have a sub coming, and he gets the rebound. It doesn't matter if he's tired, he's going to work hard.
Kirsar misses the three, but they're all over the glass, but Smith outworks everybody. He brings it. Salic, way short. Way short. In fact, to be fair, both sets of players looking a little leggy right now.
Well, this is their 3rd game in 4 days. Legs are going to start to get heavy. Shots are going to fall short.
Needs a pass. Kotsar is the man. Got to put this up. Throws up the three. Is off. Wrong man with the ball at the wrong time.
Yeah, that didn't look that bad, though.
No.
Considering it was 3 seconds on the clock.
Oh, no, he had
Right
to take
thing
it.
to do it, yeah.
100%. Simon, little hesitation, needs a pass, skips it. Smith puts it on the floor against the closeout, breaks to the middle. And there's going to be a blocking foul. Smith will go to the free throw line. Be interested to see who they call it on.
15, Coxar.
That's tough, because I think Kotsar was there. If he'd have called it on Kulame for the bump as he'd gone past him, fair dues, but Kotsar sits. Kotsar will get the 58 seconds plus the 2 minutes and however much time coach decides to keep him there at the start of the fourth. Jalen Smith, he's putting together another game here.
Coxar's 3rd foul, so...
Not the best number he wants to hear.
No, but that's okay. We're going into the 4th.
Smith goes 2 for 2 and is just accumulating numbers.
Yeah, 13 points for Smith.
Estonia in the half court, wide open. Kursar simply has to make. He's off. And Mario Azonia comes down with a defensive rebound. Started this tournament on fire, did Azonia in that first half against Greece. He's short with the 3. Chance to run for Estonia. About a 5-second, 7-second differential between game and possession. Kiersa, nowhere to go. Gourmet backs it out. Gourmet puts it on the floor, gets into the...
So smart. I really like him. Really waits, hesitations, looks at the defense, and doesn't stop moving. And a foul here on Simon.
Yeah, they have a foul to give. If the foul's on Tice, that's Tice giving it up for the team. Has to draw the foul. He really wants it. He doesn't want anyone else to pick up the personal. Substitutions coming in from the Estonia bench. Anyone with any sort of do not want to risk anybody on the floor. They're taking them out. So Kiersa's on the bench. 5.9 seconds, 5-point game. Croatia trying to end the 3rd on a high. Simon has it. He's got time. Gets in the lane. Will go with a floater off the glass. Doesn't get the drop. And that's the end of 3. And Estonia have hung tough in the 3rd quarter. They trail by 5. They're right in this. Croatia having 53-48 advantage after 3.
Well, only a 5-point game, as we see the 2-point shot for Estonia and the 3-point shot still 7 from 25, shooting 28%. Their percentages are just so low and a little disappointing. If they could just make a few, but still a 5-point game, and you're still not shooting a great clip from either the 2 or the 3. 3rd quarter, best players, and Croatia for me, they went back to what they're good at. Movement, second movement in their offense, transition baskets. And Makovic also solid.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you come back in the 4th with him and keep him as much as you can on the floor.
Good job. Good job that Estonian baby has the earplugs in.
Yeah, but a 5-point game. Estonia just need to, I don't know, get some solid stops, hit a few more baskets. Obviously, easier said than done, but they're in the game. They're not, it's not too far for them, you know? And to play Croatia, who is a top 20 team in FIBA, they've showed that they belong at this tournament.
Oh, 100% belong. I mean, I think Kulame is one of the players in particular. Him and Kotsar have had games at their same level so far.
Yeah.
But Bene has stepped up a little. Absolutely stepped up a little on the first 2 games. The Courtside app, if you want to find out how much he stepped up, all that information is going to be on the Courtside app. Download that QR code, scan it, do whatever you're supposed to do with it. Enjoy it because there's so much action on Courtside. Kiersa needs to come to play. He's got to make shots.
Yeah.
And they can't win this shooting 29% from the three. They've got to get that up, not by much, then they've got a chance to win. Croatia just need to move the ball, and they need to just knock down more shots than they have done. The percentage needs to step up. Simon, with his veteran leadership, on the floor with Smith in the backcourt. Smith turns the corner, goes upstairs. Same play, same result, same highlight. This time it's Zubac who gets the dunk.
Beautiful. Smith is always on the end of those assists. And a great first play for Croatia to come out in the fourth quarter.
Open three, wide open three, but it's short. And there's going to be a foul there as Tice drawn to the ball. Hezonja picks up the personal.
Lorenzo just needs to see one of those drop in. All of his shots have been short this whole tournament, in my opinion. This was the highlight play. Upstairs to Zubac. Nice. Smith assists. He's been played solid, Smith.
Smith has
He's
been
doing it all, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Smith
scoring, assisting, tough defense.
He's had a really solid tournament. I think he's just going to go. I think one of the reasons Croatia are looking so good is he's playing so well as an individual.
Yeah, 11.6 assists. That's a nice day. And we've still got 9 minutes, 20 seconds to play.
Saric outside will hand it off. Smith.
Same play.
Yeah, but now they're going to run it the other way. He dives now, feels the double team. Saric, far side of the ring, strong move, just went through the contact.
Tough move. Could have been an and one, but finished solid under there.
9-point game. Every time they've faced something like a 9-point game, they've found a play, Estonia. Gonna find another one right now. Kulame stops, fires up the two. And it's the same, he'll wait, he'll get the reaction, then he'll take the shot he wants.
Yeah, I really like that. I might need to steal that in my game.
Wow.
Takes his sweet time.
Kulame going to play his basketball in the Lithuanian League, and they're going to love him. He was in San Pablo Burgos last year in the ACP. We got relegated, but that was for last year. We're right here in Milan. Nice pick and roll, extra pass. Saric for Smith, open. Did they get it away? Yes, they did. Offensive rebound. Solid. Solid rebound by Zubac.
And a good start here by Croatia, getting exactly what they want, really finding this pick and roll, really picking it apart, and then that swing, good ball movement by the Croatian, and then a solid. Coach wants a travel, but...
Zubac is... Sometimes he's just not solid with his feet.
He likes to dance in his free time.
Yeah, misses the first of the free throws, and free throws in a relatively low-scoring game could be a real factor. Neither team is perfect at all from the line.
Misses both.
0 for 2, and Drell outworks everybody, and the ball, the Croatians believe it came off of Drell.
Yeah. And Smith just tells his Croatian teammates, calm down. The referee has given them the, hey, settle down, boys.
That's a great job by Smith. They've got a game to win. They're not going to improve. They're not trying to improve the referees. Drell for 3.
Drell drills it. And exactly what Estonia needs. And right on time.
Tells Hezonja about it too. The attitude, they really want to go toe-to-toe. Simon turns the corner, gets in the lane. That little lefty gets the roll.
And he's good too. He's been solid.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to throw a teardrop, but he doesn't. He just shoots it.
You're right.
Drell outside. He's in action again. Will flare off that screen. This time they guard it. Kirsa with space to play. 8 on the possession. Sander gets his feet set. Vanigas drops it.
And here we go. Estonia has finally listened to us and said, hey, make a few more shots and you're right in this game.
Sim Sander Vene knocks down the 3. He's having a game tonight. 3 points, the margin. They feel the double team, need a pass. Simon turns it over. Kirsa's after it. Great work. They're going to call a foul on Hezonja. And to be fair, Hezonja just say, yeah, I did. But every time you question, it's not doubt, but every time you question Estonia, they answer.
Yeah. And this foul is the, easy, and he just slides. This is a big hit right into the monitor. And,
just listen to the SD shout here.
Yeah.
Bogdanovic is going to check in for Estonia for Croatia.
But Bogdanovic is also struggling offensively. He's got 5 rebounds, but 4 points from him in 19 minutes. Hasn't really found his offensive rhythm.
They're going to check the foul for unsportsmanlike.
Oh, are they? And Drow speaks the language that we know, excuse me, but wow, that was an exciting hit and exactly what they needed. They're down 3. Referees are going to talk about it. And we got ourselves a game, Mark Clark.
Oh.
This is only our first game of the day.
These guys realize how tough they make it.
Yeah, I know. They make it tough on us, you know. My voice starts to go.
You got to love the toughness. Hopefully we're going to listen to the referees. Here we go.
You show, okay?
They've called that unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
It's unsportsmanlike because the referee says it is. We've had people pulling shirts and all sorts, but...
Well, the thing is, they went back and looked at that. Sometimes when you don't get to see the instant replay where we get to see it every possession, so... Yeah,
it was a shame that we didn't get to hear the interpretation on that one because I think I understand why it's unsportsmanlike, but it'd been good to hear. Here's with the unsportsmanlike free throws. They make the 2 free throws. They have possession. They have a chance to lead the game here.
Incredible.
Went down 9 at the beginning of this 4th quarter and just said, hey, time to play. And still we have the continuous conversation on the sideline.
And the crowd still love it. Oh, lovely atmosphere in here. I'm really enjoying this for our first game of the day.
Absolutely. Kyrgyzstan averages 14.5. Way short of that at the moment, but he's got plenty of time. And they have a chance to lead it on this possession. Kyrgyzstan has it. We'll get the ball screen from Kotsar, who dives. With Spain pick and roll, they don't get anything out of it. Drell manufactures it, and you've got to say, Croatia just played the best 14 seconds of defense they've played all game.
Yep, and they needed it. They needed it. 1-point game. The heat is on, and Croatia turn up their defensive energy.
Yeah, they've scouted, obviously, the way they run the Spain pick and roll. They got nothing out of it. Nothing out of it at all, and that's quality defense, quality coaching, quality everything. Smith off the ball screen. Saric with a pick and pop. It's got to be, and they're in the lane. They're in every lane. Saric has it. Down to 9 on the possession. Dario Saric puts it on the floor, spins to the middle, goes up with the right hand, doesn't get the drop. There's going to be nothing easy for this 4th quarter. Kyrgyzstan with the ball, stops, pops a 3, rims it in and out, but they're just working out harder. The 3 is good, nice short. Great decision to shoot it, just can't make it tonight.
Woo! We'll take a breath, man. Both teams not able to tick the clock over. And
Smith, thrown out of bounds.
And off of Smith, yep.
I'm pretty sure it is off. I'm pretty sure it is off Smith. This is Kotsar playing defense again.
And just blocks it into him, yeah. And it just comes off of his hand and he pushes it off, yep. And he points it and he said, off of you, sir, Mr. Smith. Yep, my ball. I love it.
If anyone asks you why EuroBasket is such an event, just listen.
Yep. And in your screen, that is all Estonian fans. And right behind us is more Estonian fans.
Here's a little flare action. Drell with a quick take, spins to the middle, in the lane. Great decision. The mid-range jumper is short. And I'm not sure if Kotsar knows his legs are there at the moment. He looks so heavy leg, but he's just not dying out there. 5:45 to go.
The right offensive shot there for Estonia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Zubac's here, waits, little dish off. Nice play from the big boys. Give and go.
Big guys playing big boy basketball. 8 points for Zubac. And it's Estonia now that are having to work a little bit in the half court. game becomes a little slower for them. Kirsa comes off the ball screen.
And they call a foul on Smith, actually.
Yeah. Smith, it's a lovely touch pass. You know, they didn't have time to reset the defense.
And that's what Croatia just has a bit more of. That experience, knowing when they need to score, they need a basket, and ticking over the scoreboard. Something simple, something easy, and they get it done. I know that screen hurt because Kotsar
isn't small.
That is a brick wall Smith just rocked into, so that's definitely going to hurt.
Drell is long. They're on the boards again. This time, Miosa comes up with the offensive rebound. Kirsa gets a little separation, turns it down. Drell just catches and plays, wraps the pass around. Kotsar goes up, could have popped it out, but I don't know. I think he knew there wasn't long on the clock. Krunoslav Simon and Croatia have just turned it up again defensively. Simon attacks it, gets to the middle, little lefty runner.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they've gone with Simon, the veteran, 37 years old, looking like one of the Estonian young boys, the way he is floating through that air. He's frustrated, but you've been frustrated all game, Croatia, but here, nice push off.
You know,
and a nice floater.
On that one,
yes.
I've got every sympathy. He was fouled the whole way through the move. He was ridden down the lane a little bit, arm across the body.
Really?
Yeah, Simon goes through, makes it with a soft touch.
Yeah, but because they've gone like this all game to the referees, it's not a big deal anymore.
That's it. And that's
like cry wolf.
Exactly it, and that's the issue. The issue for them there is referees aren't listening.
Yep.
Mr. Nowitzki in the crowd, he must be enjoying this one. You know, star of so many famous EuroBasket games. He's a legend in EuroBasket terms.
We
must be so excited about the way the German team is currently playing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're 3-0.
Absolutely.
They haven't lost yet, they're playing fantastic.
And absolutely so excited about Cologne being absolutely full.
Yes. Yep, and then the finals are back in Berlin,
absolutely.
Back in Germany. So the Germans rocking the basketball EuroBasket. But right now, the Estonian fans are rocking EuroBasket here in Milan, Italy.
Well, Croatia still have 2 timeouts. Estonia still have 1 to take. Double-double for Dario Saric, and Saric has just got better with every game, and that's what it's like. You've come back from injury yourself. It takes you a while to get game sharp.
Yeah, game sharp, game shapeness, IQ.
They run cuts off that baseline screen. One-on-one with not a lot of help. Feet set. Kulamai.
Nice play. Really lovely play. Great understanding from Kotsar there, and just screened in, blocked out. Kulamai had enough time. 14 points for Kulamai.
Been the player of the game so far today for Estonia. Big shots at crew time. Smith thinks about it, looks to skip. Wide open for 3.
That looks
he is good.
Yeah.
And what are we talking about? Saric getting better with more minutes, more time on the floor. Strokes the 3 to answer, restores the 5-point advantage. Kulamai. Drell tries to post. Kulamai wraps. Drell with a quick rip through. Again, the defense is out the top draw. Bogdanovic
got 4 on the clock and needs to get something up.
This up. Then short. Drell's after it. Everybody's after it. They're going to go jump ball.
And good job, Bogdanovic diving on the floor there, sacrificing his body, but it is Estonians' ball.
They don't stop.
No, they don't. Swarming, I don't know, ants, bees, I don't know what you want to call them, but anything that swarms. As soon as the ball goes up, pretty much 4 to 5 players are on the glass here. This was smart. Screened in, got the shot that they wanted. 3 minutes 34. Time starting to just get away from Estonia. They need a score here.
And Kiersa hasn't had one of his best games as such, but time to bring him back perhaps. Kostar is the release. Oh, he goes with a right hand off the glass for 2.
Smart play, fakes the handoff, drives.
Both hands, guy plays both sides.
Love him. I'm such a fan.
Everyone was expecting the handoff, just lays it up. 3:16 to go, Smith has it. They show hard on the screen, they reverse. Bogdanovic can't get it to go, and he's not having the night at the office he wants. Kulamai with a basketball. Chance to tie the game for Estonia. Kulamai turns the corner, Kotstar goes up.
And one! Incredible. Can tie the game, look at this. Arcs for the screen, solid, rolls, gets it to the rim, and a slap in the face by Zubac. Timeout, Croatia want to talk about it. Got me off my feet.
Kursar's going to come back in the game. He was ready to come in on that play. And when we come back, free throw to tie the game.
And we can catch our breath as well.
2:58 to go. We're going to have a new ball game if he makes the throw. Let's take a listen to Croatia.
In offense. Look, slušaj, nema stripa. Svaki put na brani blok. Nema ovo i vreme. Prvi napad. Rogovi motion sad da izađu. Gledaj. Žuks. Babo prima gore. Spusti unutra. Jailin inside. Izađi na koju god stranu. Ako je sa Šišijem, ovdje izađi Šiši, ovaj pop-out. Ako ćeš njega, izađi ovdje na stranu petice. Mali ovaj.
But just in case anyone was wondering, the left-handed Kotsar gets him back in the game with his right hand on great finishes.
Yeah.
You young kids out there, learn how to play with both hands, whatever spot you are on the floor. Now he's got to step in and make the free throw. He's had the timeout to get some legs under him. This will tie the game if he makes it, and I think the Estonians will raise the roof.
Yeah, they will, and they're already on their feet.
Croatia with 1 foul to give. Estonia still have 2 in the bank. Meklev Kotstar doesn't make the throw. It tried its hardest to drop, just wouldn't drop. Jalen Smith, they need a shot, they drew up, they need the play, they want to execute, get them back self in their own space and time. Why not Krunoslav Seaman with a floater, can't get it, follows his own shot. Krunoslav Seaman, every single game in this tournament so far, but lies, he's 37 years of age.
Yeah, and coach really giving him a lot of minutes because he's coming up with big plays.
Bene moves it on.
10 on the clock.
They don't bring Kiersa back in the game. Here's Kulamai. Kulamai takes it on, goes with a runner, doesn't get it to drop. Great box out, a lot of body on it. Smith, and they're going to call the foul. And Drell took one for the team there, didn't like the way things were looking. Krunoslav Seaman, what can you say?
Sticks with the play, and the probably one and only Croatian fan in here loves it.
2-10, 3-point game. Smith with the basketball, puts it on the floor, falls. And Makovic just says, you ain't having it. We've still got to win this game here. He rips it away, 7 on the clock, and why not Seaman again? Nice pass, but Makovic's hands let him down. And Krunoslav Seaman says, where were your hands? He's literally said, get them up. Because what's Makovic's hands? They're not up. So he has to bring them up, and therefore fumbles the basketball. Yeah, and that's the vet to the young player saying, hey, this is a learning experience. You've got to have your hands all the time. And that's the thing. I think Makovic was already making his move before he caught the ball. And I think people and players underestimate the understanding of catching the ball first. That's the most important thing. Nobody's asking you to score. Catch the ball and then figure out what you want to do next. Well, now Dirk is in the building. We can get
our beauty shop. We're right behind him, ladies and gentlemen. So I've been asking all tournament. Let my mum see me at home.
Off the stagger. Yes, sir. Kulamay drops inside, great play. Oh, throw that down and no need to do anything but get back on defense.
Listen, that boy has made me stand out of my seat twice in a row. Big dunk. He is the player of the game for me, but can they get it done?
Dario Saric in the highlight. Smith to the corner. Simon is short. Oh!
Makovic comes over and dunks it, Mark.
Makovic with a big throwdown. Didn't stop working. Restores the three-point lead. This is still. Kulamay thinks about it. Doesn't let the three go. Drops it off. Yursa to the corner. Vinay for three. It's long. Ball will go back to Estonia.
Wow.
It's so easy for me to sit here and say this, but Cursor still sits on the bench. The coach has trusted him all tournament. He's coming back right now. Interesting to see who he steps out. He steps Grell. The 21-year-old Kirkiasa checks back in. He has to leave Vinay in the game. He just needs that little bit of veteran leadership on the floor. Cuts up is the release. Kulamay, the guy that's been so consistent, drops it off. Kiesa on the ball, moves it on. Kulamay stops, little jumper, doesn't get the roll.
It's the first one he's actually missed, hasn't he?
Just rushed a little on the release. And Krunoslav Seaman has led Croatia to this point. Foul on the play. Estonia had one to give. No substitute for experience. And if you're Croatian, there's no substitute for Krunoslav Seaman. So Seaman, the man who really has steadied this Croatian ship. Smith will inbound. Estonia all over the passing lane, but Matkovic is the man to release the pressure. Estonia in every lane. They don't need to foul.
Got Makovic under.
Saric goes out of bounds with it. And with 30.9 on the clock, Estonia have a shot to tie the game.
Good, solid stop there by Estonia. And ball just gets out of control. And Estonian fans are back on their feet. This is going to be an exciting 30 seconds. Coxar here just bent over it. He's just really tired. He has put in the shift at this EuroBasket. He's worked every minute.
Kiesa has it, flips it to Kulamay. Will they take the early two or will they try to tie it with the three? Kulamay, Vinay. Foul on the play. Croatia had one to give.
On the floor. And that actually went in.
6 seconds, they'll get reset to 14, so they'll have 12.7 to tie the game. And would you believe that Josip just puts it down and he puts his palms up and goes, well, 12.7. Estonia, for the second day running, need a three to tie the game. Josa.
And the foul!
Everybody looks at everybody else. Let's take a look. Yes, they did. They took his space away to land.
Squeezed him, didn't they? Both of them. Wow, look at this. They were both. Seema, yep, he can't land in between and lands on a foot. Whoa!
Almost a 4-point play.
Yep.
Did tried its hardest to go in. Oh, who'd be a fan? I would. I'd be an Estonian fan right now. Come this journey, you're on a chance again to tie the game. 9.3 seconds. Croatia have a timeout to take. If they make the three, they'll be able to advance it and have 9.3 to win it. He's got to make them first, though. I'm not saying anything. No. Here he goes. Joasa misses the first. What he has to do now is make the second. Absolutely has to make this one. The energy just sucked out of the gym as that ball rimmed out. Strokes the second.
That's how I feel.
Well, that's a fan from Croatia and a fan from Estonia, both of them.
Stressed out.
Oh, absolutely stressed out. Just to make it a 1-point game, 9.3 seconds remain. Which he does, and Croatia will take the timeout, advance the basketball, or they'll advance the basketball, and you know Estonia will steal off out.
Yep. Interesting. Hopefully we'll get to see into Croatia's timeout, see if we can see what coach draws up or listen in. Well, that was Makovic above the rim. Big rebound and well needed. Man of the match for me if Croatia can get this dub, and that was the foul. Oh. And not happy about it, but Estonia don't make them pay. Miss one of the free throws, and that was it. They were so disappointed when he missed the first. And it's a 1-point game.
Well, still only 29% from three.
Yeah.
They had trouble the last time down the floor inbounding the basketball because Estonia are quick and they're all over the lane. Madic could be the main person here in terms of releasing the pressure. But Kotsar's got to drag that frame for 9 more seconds. He's got to be in the lane.
Yeah.
Expect them to switch every screen. They go with Dario Salic to inbound.
Man, this is incredible, this crowd. It's loud in here.
And they're going to, Katsar's commander will have to switch if they want him to switch. They don't, oh, that's too easy to come in. They've got to foul him or not, and they have to foul him. Smith did a great job keeping it away. 2 seconds ticked off the clock. Estonia do have the timeout.
To go with the sub.
Make the first, miss the second, do you, or?
I hate these scenarios. They really stress me out. I always say you make all your free throws as much as you can, unless it's last really seconds and you're trying to win and you're down, then you throw it off the rim and try and rebound. But if not, I'm a fan of just put all the points on the board that you can.
Smith has, well, put it this way, you make both here because the worst it can be is overtime.
Yeah.
Smith, you'd probably be right up there if you're going to choose who's going to be on the line. Makes both. Timeout Estonia. And it's deja vu for them. Yesterday again they had the 3 to tie it. They're in that position again. We said yesterday Kershaw should have just settled for the fact he's a scorer and gets some separation.
Yeah, there hasn't been one tough game yet Estonia has not been a part of. And they're find themselves in yet another one. It'll be interesting to see what coach draws up. Here we go.
Nüüd Kits tuleb, paneb Kerrile Kerd, et Kör screen'i Kits viskele. Tavaline uus. Tavaline peaks üles jooksma, pallile Kerd. Alustab kaugemast nurgast. Kits tuleb sulle kattesse, paned Kör screen'i ja hüppa ise ka välja. Aga venna ole valmis. Tulevad kohe viga tegema, et see taset. Jaa, võtke sekku, tuleb vigani, võtame see põhimõtteliselt ära.
Well, that was the rim in and out free throw. And interesting there, assistant coach drew up the play. That's always nice to have support, and that's what they're there for. So can the Estonians execute this play?
Well, if they go with all 5 shooters. They take out Kotsa. It's who they really want to get the shot here. If it was down, I'd still say that you go with the guy with the biggest, the biggest confidence. Kuname knows he can make it. Kiersat always believes he can make it, and Kitsing can make it. Any one of those 3.
And here we go.
Vene gets it. He's fouled him. Why not? Because that means they'll send him to the line for 2.
Smart.
Yep. If you were going to shoot it off that, you'd square up and go up.
Yeah.
And now it's you make the first.
This is when I would do it.
You could miss the second here, and you've got to make the first one to be going on with.
But then I was going to say sub in.
Oh yeah, Kotsar has to come back.
Yeah. Smart play by Estonia here.
I mean the other way, because there's no timeout for either team. You make it and steal or foul off the end line, you're still going to have time.
Yeah.
All these decisions are meaningless unless he makes the 2. Otherwise, you're just going to have to go with a missed second shot and hope.
Yeah.
Vene makes the first. Sander Vene. 31. He's on the 30-plus side of this team. Thousands of free throws. He would love to forget those, make this. Misses it. Kotsar can't get it. Foul on the rebound, so we're in that situation anyway.
And let's see this. The rebound was long.
Saric gets away with a
hold around, but
you're not going to get that right now.
Nope. And Vene is actually beside himself. He knew he could have hit that, but what are we under? We're 4.7 seconds now.
Saric on the free throw line. Saric to ice the game. Makes the first. If he makes the second, we're done. If he misses, Estonia have a prayer to take it to overtime. Misses it. Sender's got it. Kulame is long. And we're 0.2 on the clock, Croatia. Let's just say it looks like they've hung on.
Yes.
Kulame had a look at it. They had a look at it yesterday and couldn't make it. And now Estonia have come to the edge of a victory and have come up agonizingly short again.
Wow.
Being proud about performance at this point means not a lot, but Croatia get the 73-70 win, and Estonia hearts are broken again. What a performance by them. And hey, what a performance by Croatia to withstand that performance and come up with a win. Yeah. Tremendous performance by the Croatians. They get their second win, 73-70.
And Estonia, three-point land wasn't good to them tonight. 29%. Croatia hold on. Incredible game. They win the boards, Croatia, 46-33. Turnovers there. Savic did a very, very good job. I feel so sorry for Estonia. They absolutely played for 40 minutes. They haven't managed to get over the line once yet, but their crowd are proud. They're on their feet, giving them a well-deserved applaud, but it's the Croatians that come out with the win.
Well, the best plays of the second half, and a lot of those plays are going to revolve around Galen Smith. His decision-making at the point was exceptional. He made shots and free throws when he really needed to. And other people may have more of one line, but he really did contribute.
And maybe that's where Croatia's veteran leadership and been here before just has really got them over the line. They played a tough one. Sadly, they lost to Greece 85-89. They get a good win against GB, and they find themselves in a tough matchup here, and they get the job done. They win by 3.
And how big was Krunoslav Simon?
Wow.
I mean, decision-making, toughness, leadership,
Yeah.
done it again, and he's played serious minutes. And he's been through that period where Croatia was struggling for confidence, and he's come out on the other side with this team. And big plays throughout, none bigger than this.
Yeah, he played 28 minutes today.
Yeah.
For a 37-year-old, and there he is driving. He'll feel that tomorrow. But they did have a day off yesterday. But Croatia managed to get the job done, and they've got 2 wins and 1 loss against the Greeks. But I really do like this team, Mark. I really love Estonia's energy, their physicality. They've got a little mix of young and old, but their oldest is at 32, 31 years old. But these young stars are really going to be, you'll see them in many more EuroBaskets, and this has been my absolute favorite player. I voted him man of the match. Just does it all, doesn't he? Puts Estonia and more on his back.
Well, absolutely he is. And then you saw that with the right hand. You're going to see a dunk that he finishes with the M1.
Yeah, this was the one. The nice pick and roll, and he dunks it on Zubac's head. No, this was
They
the
just
fake.
drew the extra point on that one, drew the foul, and
Such an emotional team. Another young star, up and coming.
that's the
That was the
throwdown.
dunk, yeah.
But then at the other end of the floor, Madic, the 21-year-old, at key moments was just huge.
Yeah, Makovic did really
Absolutely.
well. Yeah.
Well, there's confirmation of that score. Croatia have a 73-70 win over Estonia. Heartbreak for Estonia again. Great Britain, Greece up next. Ukraine, Italy later on. This is how that the result leaves that table. Estonia down there with an 0-3, and it doesn't reflect their performances. Big game coming up for Great Britain and Greece as Great Britain try and salvage a hope to qualify. But for now, it's goodbye from Azania and me, and we'll see you shortly for the Great Britain-Greece game.